Okay, welcome to Google Sheets on the iPad. If you open Sheets, there are some similarities, but it's quite different, hence this little tutorial. I've already created a spreadsheet earlier to make this a little quicker, which is just tapping. All I did was tap on cells and do my typing underneath. You just type here where it says enter text formula. And when you put the text in, you press the tick and the text appears. I'm going to tap on that and clear it because I don't want it to stay there. So I've tried to, now forgive me, some of these numbers are probably wrong. I just made really rough guesses and it's been a few years since I worked in grade 3. But you get the general idea. I put my information headers on the left and I've arranged my data across here from my survey. So what I'm going to do now is just demonstrate some basic functions. As a demonstration, I've got brushing feet. Now I put that there on purpose to change a cell, to edit any cell. You double tap the cell and that will then open up, and the text you edit down below at the bottom of the screen. Not brushing feet, brushing teeth. And then I tick the blue tick at the right end to finish. So now I'm going to ask the computer to actually add all of these up. So as the old rule goes, select to effect. Now at the bottom of the screen you can see sum, average, max, minimum, count. I want sum. And you see it just dumps the answer at the bottom and puts a blue rectangle outline around it. I'm going to tap on the box, change the colour to blue and change the shade so that I can read it. I'm going to do the same thing with these next cells. Whether or not you need to actually total these up, you probably don't. I'm going to do it anyway. Select them to affect them, tap on sum, go to the paint bucket, change the colour. Simple as that. I changed the colour to make it clear to the students that this is not the same kind of numbers as the other ones. These are values that they typed in. This is actually a computer form. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see that it says equals sum, open parentheses, C2, colon, C7, close parentheses. And it's worth teaching the kids that that's actually the maths in a spreadsheet. The answer equals the sum of all of the values in the cells from C2 to C7. And it's worth knowing that that's called an address. Like this cell is A1. This cell is B4. Notice how the B and the 4 shade slightly to make it clearer. This cell is D2. And I'm going to do a different kind of calculation here because I don't want to just sum these. I could just drag these and say sum, but I don't, so I'm going to undo. What I want it to do is do some maths. Not complicated maths, so don't panic. I'm just going to say, take the cell where the answer is going to go, and I double tap it to say I'm going to do some math. In the bottom left corner where it says FX, and there's a blinking cursor, enter text or formula, I'm going to tap equals. Then I'm going to choose the first value, which case is 0.5. And I want to multiply this. There's all these operators, plus, minus, divide, asterisk. I want to multiply with the asterisk, multiply the frequency of 30, and then click the tick to change it. Now some kids might say, why don't you just type the word 30 in, number 30 in? Well, here's the thing, what if I'm wrong? What if it's not 30? What if that's actually meant to be, I don't know, 3? Tick. Notice the answer automatically updates. That's the magic of spreadsheets. We call this modeling, where students can do things like, well, what if? What if that was higher? What if that was lower? What if washing my hands was 1 litre ago instead of half a litre? 1 litre, enter, notice the 30 at the end changes. So there's some really great maths here in terms of thinking, well, what if? You get the kids to think about, if that number was that, what would the answer be? And then checking it very quickly to see. So just do that for you. I'm going to do it again. I want to say, I'm going to double tap equals 0.4. Now don't type 0.4 in, I tap on the cell with the value in it, multiplied by 14, and tick to finish. Now a common mistake you might get with the students is they go here and they forget to tap the equals. They say, okay, 0.4 times. No, all I'm doing is changing the cell. It's not going to help. So if anything goes wrong like that, don't panic. Just click the tick to exit out and use the undo key to go back to where you were before. Double tap the cell. Equals is the magic button. That's important to remember. 0.5 times 40 equals. Now, in a proper spreadsheet, you could have 40 of these values. You're not going to do this for every one, so the kids don't know, but you can actually cheat. So I'm just going to delete that cell, tap clear. I'm going to pretend that I start at the beginning. I would usually only do the first cell and come up with a formula, which actually here is A formula is when you manually build your own maths. A function, when I used to sum down here, that was using a function. Here, I'm writing my own formula. And in here, once I've done it once and I'm happy with it, I'm like, yep, that's what I want. I'll just say, do this for all the other cells. This is different to a laptop. On a laptop, you tap and there'd be a little plus that would appear and you drag it down. What I do on an iPad is I just tap on it, copy, and say paste. Now, it doesn't just paste the number 15, it pastes the maths. In this case, the actual formula, it pastes into that cell. And now I'm going to say, do this again here, tap, paste. In fact, I can speed this up. So I'm just going to say, you know what? Select all of these and do the same kind of math in every single one of these cells. Tap, paste, ta-da! And again, because these aren't actual numbers I've edited, I like to go in, change the colour so that it's clear that these are different in their values than the others. That is how you do maths on a spreadsheet.